Two drivers were transported to the hospital after their trucks collided in St. George. Owl gets second chance at Southern Utah Rehab Center, and your daily weather forecast with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. Two people were hospitalized after two Ford F-150 trucks collided Tuesday afternoon at the intersection of River Road and Commerce Drive in St. George. For details on the crash and what police say may have been the cause, here's Stockton Myers.
I'm here at the intersection of River Road and Commerce Drive where two Ford F-150s collided with one another after making a risky left turn. Both of the drivers were sent to the hospital with injuries of differing severity, but one of them sustained head injuries due to being lodged into his truck's windshield. Sergeant Brian Hendricks from the St. George Police Department's Patrol Division told St. George News about some of the preliminary findings from the investigation as the case was still developing. Hendricks says two white Ford F-150s collided after one of the drivers attempted a left-hand turn while traveling southbound on River Road. A female driver was transported to the hospital by her son. The other driver, a man, was taken to the hospital via ambulance after sustaining some more severe injuries.
They said he was at least partway through the windshield on the passenger side of his truck, and there's indications that he made contact with the other truck on the outside.
Hendricks advised drivers to exercise patience and to stay on their side of the road.
Stay on your side of the road. If this was a case of somebody trying to make that left turn in front of traffic, it's not worth it, and he would have been turning way in advance of the actual intersection, which means he would have been driving on the wrong side of the road. Obviously, that's very bad. Speeds here are 40, 45 miles an hour. You'd be surprised how fast that distance will close at 40 miles an hour.
Thanks, Stockton. A great horned owl is recovering at Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab after staff spent days removing dried concrete from nearly a quarter of his body. Best Friends officials say the juvenile owl fell into a concrete mixer in what rehabilitators called a first-of-its-kind case. After daily treatments under anesthesia, the owl is improving and expected to be released back into the wild next year. Now let's take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's currently about 54 degrees with light rain falling and temperatures dropping to a low of 45 tonight. Tomorrow will bring mostly cloudy skies and occasional showers with a high near 53 and a low around 43. Over in Mesquite, conditions are cool and damp at about 56 degrees right now, and tonight's low will fall to around 49 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast calls for mostly cloudy skies with a few brief showers and a high near 58, followed by a low around 48. Up in Cedar City, it's about 44 degrees and cloudy. Expect a chilly low of 31 overnight, with tomorrow's high climbing only to around 44 and the low tomorrow night dipping to about 29. Utah Tech University's club pickleball team made history, becoming the first collegiate world champions after sweeping every opponent at an international tournament in Dallas, Texas, hosted by Adidas and the Professional Pickleball Association. According to the university, the Trailblazers topped teams from 8 countries, clinching the title in a tight mixed doubles finish and cementing several players among the highest-ranked collegiate competitors in the world. Local churches hosted a Hope for America event at Utah Tech University, where a live-stream tribute to Charlie Kirk shifted into a non-political night of worship, music, and messages of faith led by Pastor Greg Laurie. We'll go to Nick Fiala for more on how the community gathered for a night of healing and hope following a tragic event.
That all things work together for good to those that love God.
A group of local churches organized an event dubbed Hope for America at Utah Tech University's M. Anthony Burns Arena Sunday night, featuring a live stream of a Utah Valley University tribute to the life and work of political activist Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated at the university in September. The main portion of the event was a religious message from non-denominational Christian pastor Greg Laurie. It ended with an altar call where attendees were invited to walk down the aisle and accept Jesus Christ as their personal Lord and Savior. The event provided an outlet for those seeking meaning after the sadness and shock of Kirk's assassination.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your number one source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.